welcome to Carrie's Culinary Crafts, where we talk all things food. And today is a big video. We're going to do several things in this video today. This video will be out on Wednesday, March 1st. So it will be the day after the actual 2023 Freezer Pantry Challenge ends. So today I am going to do a menu plan. I'm going to have in Monday and Tuesday's dinner, and I'm going to talk about a new schedule for March, and then we will do a menu plan. Did I say that already? I went ahead and picked out items from my freezer, refrigerator, and pantry that I wanted to put into a meal plan this week. So I will insert that portion of the video here. Okay, so here's what I pulled from my freezer and pantries and refrigerator that I need to use up this week. That I'm going to make my menu plan based on these items. Here I brought up 3 more packs of tortillas. Wow, my mind just went blank. Okay, 3 packs of tortillas from the freezer. This is one of those packs of leg quarters that I'm going to go ahead and use for a dinner. Here is beef flank steak that I'm going to go ahead and use up. I brought one of those packages of pork chops up that I had down there. And these here are all leftovers. So since we have so many leftovers, we're going to have a leftover tonight. Tonight is Monday. It's not a usual leftover night, but I don't want these to sit until Wednesday. So there is some of that chicken and orzo there. This is chicken parmesan and pasta, chicken parmesan and pasta, and there's some gnocchis here. So this is going to be leftovers for Monday. And then I have the rest of these potatoes here that I am amazed that they lasted. I mean, they're still completely hard and they've got no eyes. No, they're not soft. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. So they last 2 full months in my cupboard without any issues. So, and then I found another one of these pasta salad kits. So I'm going to go ahead and use that this week. And one of these creamy avocados. If you haven't tried this rice, if you can find it, it is really, really good. I actually got this at the Dollar Tree. It's real good. So I have one of those. And then this was that one can that I found. I mean, I knew that I had the baked beans, but I didn't realize how old this was. So this is from 2017. So I have 1 pint of that. I personally am not a fan of baked beans. My one son and my husband do like baked beans. But what I thought I would do is I would kind of mix them with maybe rice or something and kind of make rice and beans and use some Southwest seasoning. So maybe I'll enjoy it at that point. And what gave me that idea is there's this little pack of rice here. My granddaughter loves this chicken rice, and there's some left over from her being here this weekend. So I thought maybe I could mix these 2 together and maybe add some Southwest seasonings or something like that and make them like a rice and bean type thing. I don't know. We're going to sit down with the menu, but these are just things that are floating around in my head. So this is what I had pulled out from the fridge, freezer, and pantries that we're going to make our menu plan on this week. So I'll meet you over at the table and we'll do up a menu plan. Okay, so with those items that I just showed you, I want to go ahead and figure out a meal plan this week with those items. Now I have tons of leftovers left, and there's only 3 of us here right now. And this past weekend, you know, my son was home from college and stuff, so I had a lot of food, and he forgot to take some stuff back with him, so we're just going to make tonight, Monday night, a leftover night, which is odd because I usually don't do that, but it works out really good because I double booked myself today. I have a 3 o'clock appointment, and my son has a 3 o'clock appointment, and my son gets off the bus at 2:55. So I need to be 3 places at once, basically. So luckily we're all within 1 mile. So he can get off the bus stop. I can drop him off where he needs to go. Then I can go where I need to go. And then I'll go back to pick him up because his appointment is going to be longer than mine. But anywho, so that works out that we have leftovers for tonight. So some of the other stuff that I had pulled out was like the steak. I pulled out some of those chicken quarters that I have been thawing for a couple days now. Pork chops. And I pulled out some pantry items. So with that, I kind of like had a couple ideas in mind. I think I explained about like with those baked beans and that leftover rice that was in there from my granddaughter. I'm going to kind of mix those together with some, you know, with some seasonings and make some kind of like a beans and rice side. And then like for Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, I figured I would go ahead and make like steak fajitas. And then I think that would be good. Steak fajitas with the beans and rice side. So that is what I'm thinking about for Tuesday. Okay, and Wednesday we have, my son has baseball practice at normal, you know, dinner time. So this is when I like to make something and have it available for when he comes home from school. So I'll figure out something simple to make for that. Thursday, I'm going to have those pork chops. I found, which I forgot to pull out from my pantry, I found a garlic parmesan seasoning packet. I found 2 of them, actually. And I thought that might go really, really good on those pork chops. Garlic parmesan pork chops. You know, on the packet, it shows them with wings, but I think it would be pretty awesome on pork chops. So I'm going to go ahead and try that. And then that's also where I'm going to use, I'll do the garlic parmesan pork chops. And I pulled one of those Vigo rices out, the avocado lime rice, which are really good. Avocado lime rice, and then we'll have green beans with that. So garlic parmesan pork chops, avocado lime rice, green beans. Wednesday, I know what I can do. That you know, I have a whole bunch of those chicken quarters in there that, get down. Just because I'm talking, it doesn't mean I'm talking to you. What was I saying? Okay, those chicken quarters that are in there. There are several of them in there. I'm going to be cooking them up this week. And I think maybe I'll make some chicken salad on Wednesday and have like chicken salad wraps. Yeah, because then that way when my son comes home, he can eat whenever he's ready because they have early baseball practice that day. Side, chicken salad wrap. Oh, I can have that one of those pasta salad boxes with that. Chicken salad wrap, pasta salad. Yeah, okay, that'll be good for Wednesday. All right, so Thursday's the garlic parmesan. Okay. Now Friday. Friday. Okay, so since Friday, I think I'm going to make I know what I'm going to do. Flash, please get down. Get down. Friday, I'm going to go ahead and make the pork barbecue, and I'm going to make sour cream and chive potatoes. And corn. Okay, because I'm going to be canning up the pork barbecue. That's going to be one thing that I'm doing this month. One of the meals in a jar that I'm canning. I'm going to go ahead and be doing that this weekend. So if I go ahead and make the pork barbecue on Friday, we'll have that for dinner. And then over the weekend, I could go ahead and do all the canning. So I will be cooking up quite a few pork butts and pork shoulders. So that, since the challenge ends on Tuesday, I will be, most likely I'll be getting a grocery haul Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Plus, I also have it on my schedule that I will be picking up meat Wednesday, Thursday, and my butcher box, I believe, is due in, it will be here Thursday or Friday. So I've got like a whole bunch of stuff going on this week. I've got to refill those freezers, since I used everything up in this challenge. So, okay, so we'll do the pork barbecue, sour cream and chive potatoes to use up the rest of those potatoes. Saturday, I believe, is going to be leftovers because we're going to have plenty of the pork chops left over, because in that pack, there's 8 in a pack, because when I vacuum sealed those, at that point in time, there were 5 people living here. So 8 was a good serving for 5 people. But now there's only 3 of us here. So we will have plenty of pork chop leftovers. And plus there will be probably chicken salad, plus there will be some of the pork barbecue. So Saturday is going to be a leftover day, and that will be a good day for me to do some canning with for the pork barbecue. Hi, I know, I'm not talking to you. I'm sorry. Okay, and then Sunday, I am going to leave open Sunday because I'm going to be getting all of my meats coming in, groceries delivered, and I don't know what all I'm going to have. So I'm going to go ahead and leave Sunday open for something that we haven't been able to have for, a while. But yeah, okay, so that is my meal plan. Monday, leftovers. Tuesday, steak fajitas with rice and beans. Wednesday, chicken salad wraps with pasta salad. Thursday, garlic parmesan pork chops, avocado lime rice, green beans. Friday, pork barbecue, sour cream and chive potatoes, and some corn. Saturday leftovers, and Sunday we'll leave open. Okay, so that is my menu. Now, I want to quickly go through one change that's going to be made to the schedule going forward from March 1st on. Through the months of December, well, definitely January, February, maybe toward the end of December, I've kind of been doing videos every day. And starting in March, and it was easy to do that because of the pantry challenge that was going on. I was constantly, you know, like filming something. So there was a lot of content to go out. Now I'm trying to give myself a little bit of break from not having to work 7 days a week. So I'm trying to still make enough content for you guys, but give enough time for me to video and edit, plus spend time with my family on the weekends. So my new plan is I'm going to have videos coming out 3 times a week. I'm going to have them come out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Now, Mondays will be the what's for dinner recipes and the menu recipe. It'll be the what's for dinner, like what happened the previous week that you would have already seen a menu for. Okay, so you would have seen that menu the previous week, and then the what's for dinner, you'll see those meals, and then you'll see that upcoming week's menu plan. Okay, so that is going to happen every Monday. Meals that happen throughout the week and a new menu plan. Then Wednesday videos is going to be one of like the key videos that I plan on doing. Like every month I said I was going to do 4 videos. One is some type of long-term storage video. One is a canning video. One is a freezer meal. And one is a DIY pantry staple. So every Wednesday will be one of those type of videos. And then Friday is going to be some type of extra video. It could be anything. It could be, you know, like grocery haul or a butcher box haul or a day in the life hodgepodge of things. It could be whatever. And then like the other days, that does not mean there won't be a video. There might be sometimes that I'm doing like several other things, and I figure why not go ahead and film, you know, like if I'm, you know, making something out of the ordinary or something like that, that I think you guys might like, I'll bring you guys along with me for that. So I'll toss in some videos here and there, but I'm going to say that I am definitely having a video released Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay? Because then that kind of gives me, my plan is to video all day Monday and Tuesday, which is why you see me often with all of this, having the same clothes on, because I'm doing all of my videoing Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday and Thursday, I am leaving open for editing all of the filming that I've done on Monday and Tuesday. And then, so that gives me Friday, Saturday, Sunday to spend time with my family and do my own things, but there will be stuff being videos taped on as well, because like I said, most of my canning I might be ending up doing on the weekends and so forth. So I am going to be videoing that, but that is my plan. So we'll see how it goes through the month of March, and then we'll, you know, I'll revisit this at the end of the month. And I think I'm going to do one of the live premieres every month at the end of the month, talking about what is coming up in the next month. Like go over the 4 main things that I am going to be doing that month. And so maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll make that as a live premiere every month, like during the last week of the month. I will do that. And that will be on top of the videos already being released, because the live I just might throw out there anytime. But I still will have my 9 a.m. release of the video. Okay, so I think that is all I needed to talk to you guys about. Now, the only other thing is I'm going to give you a tour now of what my freezers look like. I will be inserting the beginning. I know some of you guys have already seen all that, you know, the before and before pictures, but there are some people that are just now joining us. So I'm going to go ahead and show the before picture of my freezers prior to starting the challenge. And then I'm going to show you the freezers, how they look now, after 2 full months of the challenge. Now, the challenge, today is Monday. The challenge doesn't end till tomorrow. However, I already pulled out what I'm using, what is on my meal plan for, like, tomorrow. The steak fajitas is on the menu for tomorrow. So I've already pulled that out. So everything that is in there is stuff that I'm not going to be touching, you know, this week. I've got everything out of there that I need to get out. So, without further ado, let's go check out my freezers. Okay, friends, back down in the dungeon of a basement that we have here in our very old house. This is the meat freezer here, and I will insert a before clip here before I go ahead and open that. Okay, so that was the before, and this is after the 2023 Freezer Pantry Challenge. This is my seafood bag here. You take that out and we're down the very bottom. Now in this is chicken. These are chicken nuggets that are each for my granddaughter. That big old turkey is there. And there are 2 packs of chicken thighs. Bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. Those are not anything old. Those are recent, like from just before the challenge started. And that big turkey is there. There's nothing underneath that turkey. And over here, oh, here is chicken. I'll put this chicken in there. I've got 1 whole chicken. And I have 1 more pack of pork chops. And this all here. And over here, these are all steaks. Down there are some ice blocks. So these are steaks. 1 thing of pork chops. This is all chicken / turkey. This is all sausage. We got Jimmy Dean sausage, and we have ground turkey. Several pounds of ground turkey. This is something that I like to have on hand because ground turkey is really, really cheap and often goes on sale for even more cheap. So anytime that I see it go on sale, I go ahead and grab it. I use ground turkey just as I would ground beef. I substitute ground turkey for it all the time. Okay, so that is all that's in my basket. And then over here I have that bone broth that I got free with my butcher box haul back in beginning of December. So I have that. This all here is all different kinds of smoked sausages. I've been using them. There's not very many left in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packages, so that's not too bad. And this is shaved Delmonico, chopped Delmonico steaks. This is what I use for Philly cheesesteaks, and there's 2 pounds of that. So that is in here. And that is it, friends. That is my meat freezer. I think I did pretty dang good. I'm very pleased. I got everything out that was old, everything that was more than 6 months old. So that is very, very exciting. Okay. And this seafood, all that's in here is, there's several bags of my scallops and several bags of shrimp in here. But there is no fish left, there is no salmon, just scallops and shrimp. And that was the meat freezer. Now here is the kind of like everything else freezer. This was the main one I wanted to, other than getting the older meat out of that one, this was the one I wanted to open up the 2 rows for freezer meals, which I've done that, and you guys know, who've watched my videos, you've seen that I've opened up the space that I wanted to open up for that. But here I will go ahead and insert a before picture. And now here is after the pantry challenge, February 28th, 2023. Okay, here's the 2 rows here that I wanted to clean out for the freezer meals. Here is just some miscellaneous things in here that it just kind of stays the same unless I need it or use it. The same 2 Cool Whips. There was 3 in here a while ago, but there's only 2 in here now. I don't use it that often, but I like to keep it in my freezer. So if I do want to make a quick dessert or something, I have it. Here is a thing of hash brown patties. These are all butter packets. This is ginger root. And down here we have some sprouts and seeds. Like here is some alfalfa sprouts and some garden seeds and herb seeds that I keep in the freezer. Because I have like alfalfa sprouts already open, so I keep the excess into the freezer. Slide this over. I still have the butter here. It's stacked 4 high. And over here, this row here, this is coffee that I'm leaving in the freezer. And then down at the very bottom, there's 2 of the Country Crock butters, tubs of butter down there. This is all baking stuff. I don't use it that often, so I keep it in the freezer. And I'm gonna have to put the phone down so I can pick that up so you can see underneath it. That over there. And this is what I have left of my wraps. Not too many left, but I will continue going through those so I can replace with a whole bunch more. This is all the potatoes that I have, which are pretty much the same as what was left last time. We don't eat much of these, but I like to keep them. because they make, you know, nice quick sides if I don't have the time to make something else. So there's tater tots, there's seasoned fries, crinkle fries, and some hash browns. And then let's pick up this crate underneath. That was all the baking stuff, which I filled it with some extra, some of the other coffee that was in here, because I pulled, you know, some of the things out, and so I just refilled it with, there's still some Parmesan cheese down there. There's plenty of yeast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yeast. That's a brick of coffee. I can't reach down there. Ooh. Okay, good enough. Brick of coffee, brick of coffee. There is a tea. There's coffee. Okay, so it's a double pack of yeast, coffee, and that's all brown sugar there. Okay, so that's it, friends. That is my freezer. I think we did a good job. Okay, friends, so how about that tour? I am excited. I'm excited. I did really, really well. Better than I thought, but we had that discussion on that last video where I talked about my takeaways from the pantry challenge. I'll leave an iCard up here if you haven't seen that video and want to see it. That's a good one, I think. It's just a conversation video, but there's a lot of good things in that. So check that one out if you can. So basically that is it, other than I'm going to show you Monday and Tuesday meals. They're not going to be like a cook with me type video like some of mine are, because for one, the dinners tonight is just leftovers. So, and then the dinner tomorrow is the steak fajitas and rice and beans. Pretty basic, and I'll show plates of it. But I'm not gonna go ahead and show you the whole process of cooking it. At least I don't think so, unless I, you know, have a little bit of time, and then it depends on how long this video is. I have no idea how long I've been talking today. So, so this video will be coming out Wednesday. So this is Monday. So I'll have a snapshot, maybe a little more of dinner Monday, today, and tomorrow. And then this video is going to be out Wednesday morning at 9. Okay, it's Tuesday night dinner time, and tonight we are having fajitas. And I had decided earlier today that I'm going to go ahead and just do like sheet pan fajitas. Easiest thing to do, right? Okay, so here I have some grass-fed beef flank steak from Butcher Box. I'm going to go ahead and get this open and sliced up. Flank steak here. The grain is going this way, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it across the grain, but I am first going to slice this in half because those will be like really long pieces. All right, so there is our flank steak sliced up. And I have here, this is some onions from the freezer, because I don't have any fresh onions. This is February 28th, so it's the last day of the challenge. I will definitely have a grocery haul tomorrow, but I'm going to go ahead and add these frozen onions in there. And then I have some of frozen bell peppers from last summer. This is, okay, so we have onions and peppers and the meat in here. And that's really all I'm gonna do, pretty basic. We're in a freezer challenge, the pantry challenge, so I don't have much, you know, I don't have lettuce or anything fresh to put on the top. But I do have some yogurt, and I will be making some homemade ranch also because my son loves ranch dressing on his tacos and fajitas and stuff like that. Okay, so I put a little bit of olive oil on there, and then I'm going to put salt and pepper. A little bit of Italian blend. And then I'm going to put some taco seasoning in. Now I am going to do, what, this glove is wet. I don't want to contaminate in there. I am going to do, each one of these scoops is 2 tablespoons. I think I'm going to do 2 scoops. And then I'm going to go ahead and stir this all around. This is my taco seasoning. Did I say that? And remember to stay tuned. In March, I'm going to be showing you all how I put together my homemade taco seasoning. I'll make a year's worth. This is all that I have left of mine from the last time I made it, so it's definitely time to get some more made up because we use it quite a bit, usually once a week since we have Taco Tuesday. Okay, and that's it. That is my sheet pan fajita. Flank steak, onions, and peppers. And then we will put these on soft tortillas. I have many flour tortillas available still. And when it comes time, I'm just going to put this in a 400-degree oven, approximately 15 minutes. You don't want to overcook the steak. And we like our veggies still a little crunchy. So it'll probably be done in about 15 minutes. I'll check it from probably 10 to 12 minutes. That will be my first check. Okay, I'm going to use up this already cooked rice pack that I had in the refrigerator. This was left over from my granddaughter, and I don't want to waste it, so I want to go ahead and use it. And then this is that can of baked beans that I found on my shelf from 2017. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of mix these two together, but then I'm going to add taco seasoning to it because I want it to have more of a Mexican flavor. Neither one of these are seasoned Mexican, but they are plain. These are just plain beans. They're not like maple and bacon beans or anything. They're just plain baked beans. And this is actually a roasted chicken rice, but that's not going to matter. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this in and then put the beans in. Yeah, see, I'm not a fan of baked beans. I love beans, but I never liked baked beans. So I'm just hoping that with this mixed with the rice and then me putting some, like taco seasoning in it, I'm hoping it will make it enough like Mexican rice or rice and beans that I will be able to enjoy it. But even if I don't, my husband will, so it's not like it'll get wasted. Because I love rice and beans. It's just the baked beans I'm not a fan of. But my husband likes baked beans. So being that both of these are cooked, I can actually taste it just to see what the seasoning aspect of it is. Just to see if I need any more seasoning or anything. Okay, give a little taste. Okay. See, I should have said it. Before I tasted this, I was going to say, I really don't have high hopes for this. But actually, adding that taco seasoning in, which I'm going to add just a little bit more, it like mixes with that baked bean sweetness that it kind of works. It's kind of like sweet and spicy. Okay, try it a little bit again. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I can eat that. I mean, it's not like super fabulous, but it definitely has the taco flavor, which is what I was hoping for. So, fajitas with a side of taco rice and beans. That's what's for dinner. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me doing the 2023 Three Rivers Pantry Challenge. It was a fun one. I could go on longer, but I don't want to completely deplete my freezer. I'm ready to get my freezer stocked back up again. I used all the old stuff, so that is what my goal was. I mentioned in previous video, I am going to go ahead and continue doing like the pantry challenge, because I have a lot in my pantries that I haven't used up. In fact, I should probably just give you a quick pantry tour since we're on that subject. Yep, maybe I'll do that. I'll give you a quick pantry tour just so you guys can see I still have so much food. And, you know, it's just like the canned goods and stuff like that. I am not buying that kind of stuff. I'm going to buy refrigerator, freezer stuff. You know, I want the fresh produce and stuff like that, but I'm not going to buy any like canned items. I am so far stocked with canned items that I don't need anything. So I'm going to continue that going on longer. I have no idea how long that'll be, but I'll give you a quick tour of my everyday pantries. I won't go through everything. I'll just show you what I got. Okay, so we're in my kitchen here. Here is 1 food pantry, 2 food pantry, and there is some food in here. Plus I have the food pantry over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what we got left. As you can see, I am still really stocked. Here, there is some space here because this is where I had a bunch of my ramen, and I made homemade ramen the other day. And then I put the other pack over in the other pantry, which I'll show you. So some of it was gone, but some was just moved to another spot. But this is usually, I got things all messed up since I was pulling things out. Okay, so this is usually 2 rows of green beans. This is 2 rows of corn. This is like mixed vegetables, and then this row is all potatoes going back. This is some miscellaneous stuff: corned beef hash, sauerkraut, sliced beets, just some miscellaneous artichoke hearts, and there's green chilies and black olives, and there's snails. You know, just some miscellaneous stuff. And then down here on these 2 rows here, I wanted to get through that fruit and we didn't. So there's fruit there, and then there's soups, like cream of soups over here, and then like meal soups are here. And I have several things of tahini there because we make homemade hummus. So there's a box of pasta, and there's some of these Vienna bites. Down here, I didn't even touch anything down here. There's a whole box of gravies. There's mac and cheeses, and there's ramen down there. Those haven't even been touched. And there's hot sauce down there. Up there is where I have hot sauce, I have Worcestershire sauce, oils, vinegars. That's what that is up there. This is mostly tomato products. There's rows of tomato paste. I think these go 10 back, 4 rows high. Tomato paste, a couple tomato sauces, a couple sloppy joes there, a couple chilies, manwiches. In the back there's a bunch of whole tomatoes, and then we've got, this is all diced tomatoes here, and then this row here is 2 rows of diced tomatoes, like rotel and stuff. And I've got these big cans of green beans and corn, I think, is back there too, and there's enchilada sauce. So yeah, that is that one. Now here is the other. Still pretty stocked full. Down the bottom is just some miscellaneous stuff. There's oatmeal packs, crackers, my homemade croutons. There's a couple gallons of molasses, and there's a couple gallons of honey in the back. These are some quick things like the 90-second rices and some those Knorr packs, mac and cheese. These are all condiments. Up here is all like baking stuff and syrups. You know, just some quick baking things. and muffins and stuff. Snacks. So that is that pantry. And then this pantry here, these are mostly my dry goods. On the door here, this is that ramen that was in that other place, and I just moved it over here. So I did remove one box of orzo that was up there. And I took one of those bags of rice. And the rest of this is like dry goods I use and restock. There's a few things that need to be restocked, but for now, everything is pretty good. Okay, and in here, now this is a bunch of like miscellaneous box stuff. Like I like to keep stuff like this here in case like my kids want to make something on their own. It's just something quick and easy. I had mentioned before, I used to have 5 people that lived here, and like 3 of them were teenagers, so I wanted to make sure that I had quick, easy stuff that if they wanted to make something for lunch or something. But now there's only 3 of us here, and I'm cooking all the time, and I don't use this stuff. So I'm just going to try and get it used up. I gave a whole bunch to my son that went away to college, but there's still plenty here. So I have that to use up. Down the bottom here, I have some quick cheese garlic biscuits. I think that's all that's down there. Yeah. But that is it for my pantries, folks. Other than, you know, like my canning pantries are stocked completely. And we went over that before, but like here's my protein shelf is stocked, plus I have this one down here. And over here we do have a nice space open there. This is all my ketchup, potatoes. And then here, dug into this quite a bit. All 3 shelves used to be stocked full, but these are all spaghetti sauce. Up top there, the pints are pizza sauces, and then down here spaghetti sauce. There are some plain tomatoes there as well. Okay, so that is my final tour. I hope you enjoyed this, and hit that subscribe button and the little bell so it notifies you whenever I have new videos coming out. And remember, like I said, for the month of March, and going forward, but I'll reevaluate at the end of March. But videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. And there might be 1 or 2 thrown in there, different places. But those are just extra videos. But I will have videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I will have a live premiere once a month at the end of the month to discuss what is coming up for the following month. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you give me a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.